summer nights can even turn cold. In the streets of Philly when niggas don't even get to turn old. My heart pumping to a turn gold. You niggas stuck in neutral, I'm riding like fuck it, it's a long road. Shit, I'm the one, I'm like the lost soul.
What's good, y'all? It's your main man Deykwon, and I'm back with another video for y'all. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about one of the best lineups in the game. It's gonna be the all defense lineup. And in this video, we really gonna be showing y'all why the lineup is good and what the lineup can do. Now, in my last video where I showed one of the best lineups in the game, I was also at the 2, and in this video right here, I'm gonna be at the 2 again. That's just where my build shines the best. That I play big man, but the 2 on a finisher build, come on now. But y'all see who's surrounding me: Glasscleaner, and then a two-way sharp on my left, locking the big man up and locking the point guard up. I'm gonna be locking the middle man up, and I'm gonna just be doing all the dirty work. Big man too, but I'm gonna be in them lanes, facilitating the ball, scoring points, just all that shit. But what's kind of ironic about this lineup is, for this lineup to be good, you have to be good at offense. And it kind of sounds easy enough, but you have to think about all the offensive builds in this game, like a play shot, maybe a slash and sharp. For those builds, you just have to be good at getting yourself open or put yourself in the opportunity to score. Then the build's gonna do the work for you. But with these builds, there's just that extra step, that extra variable that's put in between you to score. But one thing I can say is, compared to a lineup where you have the main person being offensively orientated, offensively driven, because you got to think about it, with that being the case, with your main build being a play shot, your secondary or even third build being a pure sharp or something, the defense is going to be lacking in some spots. But in this case right here, we're kind of letting the defense do the work for us, and that's going to create opportunities for the offense. You'll see it in the video. We'll be locking people up, throw it down for the fast break, locking people up, throw it down for the fast break, locking people up, throw it down for the fast break. Like, in these games, we're ending off with like 7+ assists total. Add on top of that some offensive IQ and defensive IQ from all the players. Come on now, bruh. And this is not a lineup I formed or I just came across with friends. I asked them to hop on. No, I just found these dudes up in the park. We just started winning games and shit, making people leave and shit. Now, if we come across an actual lineup like that lineup I said in my other best lineup video, that lineup will probably be favored in this case. But this lineup against park players, this lineup against the average players, bro, they ain't gonna know what to do. And if y'all didn't see that video, we basically had a play shot at the 1 who was getting threes, just facilitating the offense, while I was at the 2 setting screens, could still facilitate the offense, get a bucket. And then the Glasscleaner at the 3 who would sit corner and lock the paint up, while on defense I'll be locking everything up in the lanes and shit. Like, it just worked perfectly. And the reason I'll say that one would be favored would really only be because that offense was driven by threes. When you have an offense driven by threes by someone who knows how to get them consistently, scary sight. But do not count out a defensive lineup, because you got to think about all those times you be losing up in the park to those bums, to those randoms. Why are you losing those games? You have a good team. You probably think you're a good player. You probably think your teammates are good players. The only reason you're losing those games is because you're not able to score on offense and keep driving that score up. When you lose to bums, it's a very slim chance you're going to lose to them by them keep scoring back to back to back. Now, in most cases, when you're losing to these bums, it's usually because you're not taking them seriously. You're trying to do some fancy shit just because you know you can do it against these players. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having fun. But in this case right here, we can equate that and missing all those shots to them having good defense. Just in general, every time you miss a shot, the defense gets the ball, you throw a turnover happens, that's a missed opportunity to score, a missed opportunity for 2 points, 3 points. And when the defense is converting that into their points, scary sight. Like, bro, just look what's happening in basically all these clips up in this video. Look, get a stop, throw it down for the fast break, wide open. We all got takeover. Like, with all my experience playing park, and mind you, I basically only play park with randoms at that. I've seen every scenario, I've seen every lineup, and I pretty much know who's favored in just by seeing the starting screen. You feel me? Especially if it's a team I already played 1 or 2 games with. I know if my teammates are bums, my teammates are just average players, and I see a mismatch in the builds, a good player matched up, I know we losing the fucking game. Now with this lineup and the lineup I showed or just talked about before, I basically know we're winning every game just because it's a mismatch for them. We are good on defense and good on offense, and just flat out are able to compete. But now let's talk about some of the best lineups in the game, or just some of the best play styles with lineups that are focused around them. And that's going to be 1, either ISO, or 2, pick and roll. Now all the builds in these lineups are basically the same. They have a red-green pie chart at the 3, a red-green pie chart at the 2, P-lock, and then a point guard who can get themselves a 2 by isoing, or a play shot who can get themselves a 3 from the pick and roll. Now the lineup that requires better defense to be played against them, and we could be talking about the top of the top players, the best of the best, it's gonna be ISO, because 1, there's only 1 player matched up against them, and the person with the ball can generate a bucket whenever they so choose. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.